Hey, Spooks fans, welcome once again to Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I wish he'd show up, don't you? Once again, this is where we meet here in the Library of Horror Hotel, coming to you from deep inside the biggest black velvet coat in Ohio, to discuss and examine and celebrate the fine art of latex monster masks. Wish I had one to review, but I don't see one, so we'll see you next week. Maybe then we'll have better luck. But oh, wait a minute, there just happens to be one right here, and a great one it is too. I think you'll like it. This one is called, can we get that word, can we get the title on screen here? It's Possessed. That's Possessed. Possessed. And what possessed me to want to recommend it? Well, this is a 2021 product, I believe. Is that the year of really? Yeah, 2021 product from the creeps at the Horror Dome. Okay, and it is a little more expensive than some masks that are just 3/4 masks, rather than the full latex bib and chest and back and all that. Horror Dome's masks are a little pricier, but you got to remember they are also not produced in great quantities. They're kind of limited run masks. So even if you go to a big Halloween event in a major city, you probably won't see 27 of these walking around like you might a mask that they have at every discount store and seasonal Halloween store and party store. And no, don't go over there. You might catch your hair on fire. We don't want that. Then we'll have to start doing safety videos as part of it. Anyway, Possessed has to come off this. By the way, this is just a styrofoam wig head painted black. And here's a tip for you kids who could stand styrofoam wig heads. If they tend to fall over with your mask on there because your mask is front heavy, like a lot of masks are, grab one of these little wooden discs at the craft aisle of your local mall ward and just put a little hot glue, stick it on there, a little black paint. There you go. See? Well, was that all? Oh no, that wasn't quite all. I took it off there so that you could see not only the Horror Dome tag, what says Possessed right on it there, and that's not much of a name really. You know, Possessed isn't really a character name. That's more of, what is that? That's a status, is what that is. As a matter of fact, I've known a lot of humans who could use possessed as a description of their relationship status. You know, there's like engaged, married, single. I've known some people who could just put possessed by the other person in the relationship. Never mind. Possessed here is sort of could be either male or female, ghostly looking thing, and I love the color scheme on this. Be a good time to zoom up really close and show you the color scheme. I don't know if you can see some of this, but it's this sort of bluish gray, very deathly, chilly, cold color for the most part. And then right in the face, I love this little bit of airbrushing, okay, that gives a little bit of a reddish, pinkish kind of highlight that adds just a little bit of warmth to the face there. And that is an unusual style of color scheme. I probably wouldn't have thought of that myself. The tongue is nice because there's some green in it, which could either mean he's been eating a lot of, green salad with kale and spinach and so forth, or pea soup. I'm not sure. But there's just a subtle hint of green in the tongue that's creepy, and the teeth look great. And again, the mask only comes about to here in terms of the latex, and then I'm going to turn it over here, and you can see there's a pretty nice quality wig with a good stretchy net attached, so that when you put that on, the stretchy part, compresses, and it gives you a good fit. Not a convulsion, just a fit. And the detail continues even beyond where you can see it for the hair. When somebody's wearing this, or it's on a mannequin figure or some such thing at Halloween, the hair is going to be hanging down probably, in pretty close, but the detail continues even beyond that. And I didn't do any paint work on this one. This is right out of the package, and there's some red and some veins and some creepiness going on back there. Could be either male or female character. Doesn't really look like anything from any particular movie, which is one of the things I like about it. I guess it would fit in best in with the Evil Dead series. It has the closest look to the Evil Dead films, but it doesn't look exactly like anything from one of those. It looks a little bit like, any of the 500 movies in the last 10 years that have had ghosts where the jaw stretches down and you get that big mouth. Haven't been a lot of masks like that, but there have been a lot of movies that had characters like that. The Nun, La Llorona, a bunch of others I've seen. That's like what the ghost, that's how the manifestation of evil and spookiness and non-humanness is conveyed, is by that big stretched open mouth. Could also just be yelling at someone. Could be giving you a hard time. But very cool mask. I think it's around $80. And again, I know that may sound like a lot for a half mask with a wig, but these are 23 bucks I'm talking about, you know. And again, they're only limited numbers made, so you won't see this all over the place at Halloween. Really liking those creepy eyes, and you can wear this. There are, I don't know if you can tell before there are eye holes cut just above his or her creepy eyes. You know, though, as a matter of fact, how many copies are there of you? If there aren't that many, if you're not mass produced, how many did they make? You say you don't count. Well, I know that feeling. Anyway, it occurs to me maybe we could think of a better name for it. These companies should really come here and consult me before they release these masks. Because Possessed, you know, it does sum up what the mask looks like, but it kind of makes you think of old Linda Blair situations, and this doesn't look like that. And anyway, it's not a proper character name, and anyway, Possessed, the word has entirely too many S's in it for my taste, and there have already been, you know, 2 or 3 or 40 masks called Possessed over the years. Let's think of a new name for this one. What would be a good name for this particular very realistic looking character? What about, what about, see, I said you couldn't tell whether it was a male or female, and it's pretty strange looking. We could call it Glenn Strange or Glenda. No, you're right. Too many words. Here's a good one. Here's a name for it. We make a tombstone. See, make a prop tombstone for in the haunted house or out in the yard with the name on it. And the name is, now follow along here, the name is Y, capital Y, period, capital Y, and the middle name, DeLong. That's capital D, little e, capital L, long, DeLong. And then last name, Face. Get it? Y, DeLong, Face. You could even spell face F-A-Y-C-E if you wanted. I mean, you know, too complicated. No, too complicated. Well, it sort of looks like it could be an old lady yelling at you. We could call it Old Yeller. No, it sounds sort of familiar there. Okay, here we go. Here's the name for it. I got it. See these red eyes? Yeah, here's my other name for it. You'll love it. How about if we call it Red Eye Fright? You get it? See, Red Eye Flight, if you don't know, is an expression. Yeah, Red Eye Flight is like an airplane flight where you have to get on at midnight and then you're awake during the night and everybody has red, and we could call it Red Eye Fright. Okay, cut.